I'm working on getting Disco loaded up to go to Don's for the roll bar. My driveway's a little icy. I was able to back it all the way up about where I normally back up to load up. And then I put it in park and it just slid all the way back down to the bottom. So then I did it again. Did it like 4 or 5 times. Finally, I got it in a spot where I was like, oh, this could work. And then I was like, you know what? As soon as I go to load the car on the trailer and I stop the car on the trailer, my truck is just going to slide down the driveway with the whole load. That didn't seem very smart. So I parked it out here. We're gonna load it in the street. Oh, New York life. I got it. It's on the trailer. I will admit, riding on my rolly stool, driving on my rolly stool was super sketchy, but it's on there. Let's go down to Whiteside's workshop. All right, we made it. We're in Whiteside's workshop. We ran to John's, grabbed some tubing and some random scrap angles so we can make something happen here. Don's got the roll cage Bible out with all our old measurements and configurations so we can look it up on there and see what we got. Don had an old set of belts kicking around. And then here's the $40 swap meet seat. Dirty old dirt track seat. Another piece of tubing over here. Beautiful. 327. 300 horsepower. A Chevelle Malibu SS. See that thing? It's ridiculous. Look at the interior in this thing. Incredible. Time capsule. What a peach. It's not Don's. He's just working on it for somebody. All right, we got to figure out what's going on here. Back in a minute. So, as it turns out here, the shortest piece of tubing we had is pretty much exactly the right length. So that's cool. I don't know. Just give it a shake. And that, folks, is how you get to buy more bars. But hey, don't feel bad if you make a mistake. That's right. We've been doing this a long time, and we definitely just screwed it up. What I did, I don't know. The camera's not even looking at us. So. Okay. We didn't measure wrong. We thought we were wrong, but we were mistaken. This one's right on. It's this one that's over there. So we just took our measurement from the end of the pipe, and that's exaggerated because we overbent it, and we thought we were off by like 3 inches. But it's just bent in too far. Just gotta bring her back out the other way. I'm not insane, okay? No. But I always question the measurements when I'm doing it. Like if I try to do this by myself, like I can take this bench and mount it on my bench at home, and I will call his phone like 6 times on my first bend because I get so confused. Over there. I might not be tall enough. Got it? Mm-hmm. Ready? Yep. Okay, check it. Just look at the bubble. Yes. The bubble? The bubble's in the middle, but I mean, I'm still curious. Oh, that fall. Well, that's better. 55 and a half. 55 and a half. We're a lot closer. And that's probably just the springs in the pipe. So that's better. That's better. Hey, what would a good YouTube video be if you didn't have comedic relief? Oh my God! Did we fuck that up? No. gonna have to sprain the leg out a little bit because I'm not on. It's gonna be good on your side. That leg's gonna be almost perfect.
Oh yeah.
This one we're gonna have to take some off of. Well, we gotta get it in. Ooh, we got a problem. It don't fit. It's too wide.
No, it's good.
It's not good.
We're gonna hammer it in a little bit. I think we'll be fine.
Probably should measure across the roof.
This has must be a steeper angle than the Cobalt's.
Yep.
Yeah, this is 25 degrees. Not 20 degrees.
Oh, it's more?
Yeah.
5 degrees more.
So we assumed, and you don't have when you assume, we assumed that this had about the same side angle on the B pillar as a Chevy Cobalt, which we build lots of actually, a few of, and it's not. They have a 20-degree pitch here. This is a 25-degree pitch here. So this cage main hoop is too wide at the top. So we're going to have to do a little surgery. So it's an enduro car.
It's an enduro car, yeah.
If it was a regular race car, I would make a new piece up for sure. But this is an enduro car, so we're going to fudge it a little bit.
Let's slip.
This bend, we want to unbend 10 degrees, roughly. So you can unbend a bend, not easily, but not too hard. You can't bend it more. It's really difficult to bend it more, but you can unbend it because of the memory and the material back. So put it in there.
So mistakes were made.
There were mistakes made.
We didn't check our angularity.
We're at 0. I'll get that.
It's good for it. Well, that went a lot. Very easily.
Told you.
2? It was at 0?
Yep.
2.4. $2.9. 3.5, 3.7. We measured it on the floor inside first and it was 4.4. So because in the truck it was 0. Oop, too far. 5.5. It might go back the other way. 4.
Let's try
Close
that.
enough. The other one's long though, it won't fit in there up to the bend. You guys have heard me say before there's more than one way to skin a cat. The pipe length is too long to stick in the hitch so that the bend point is out near the bend that we're trying to take backwards. So that piece of 1 3/4 on the jack stand, now we can take some of that bend out. Maybe, depending on how hard Don pulls on it. Maybe we'll just lift my truck up. No, it moved. It's going to need to go a lot further, though.
Another way to tie it down and bend it. Okay.
Did it move?
I don't know. Do you feel like it moved?
No, not really.
Okay. You do a little more pull. 2 hands. Okay. Let's try that.
So that does prove that our measurement to begin with, off the end, was right. Because that leg is exactly long enough. This is the other end that would have had the excess on it, so we're going to trim a little bit off of it. That's all. All right. So we have, at this point, we've corrected our angularity issues, and we've shortened what we've had to shorten there. So it's time to sleeve this main hoop. Now, if we were building an actual purpose-built race car and not an enduro car, we would have remade the main hoop. But because it's just an enduro car and we're only putting in a main hoop, we're going to fix our mistake by sleeving it. Now, if you have a race car and you've bent your cage or damaged a cage and you need to repair it, you would do something probably a lot like this to sleeve it. The 2 bars, the main hoop bars, will butt right up against each other. This piece of pipe will be inside the tube. So we've measured 6 inches here. So that's 3 inches of coverage on both sides of the weld. It'll actually be stronger probably than it was originally. You don't want like 1 inch on each side because it's not enough strength. It creates a shear point. So 6 inches. We're gonna cut this off.
Where's that?
Okay, it's sleeved. So we got some circular little spot weld rosette. What?
Plug welds.
Plug welds. We got some plug welds here.
Plug weld holes.
Plus we've got a little gap here, and we chamfered this edge, put a little angle on it so we get a good burn through both layers, all 3 pieces here. Get a burn in them, so we can weld that up now. Make sure your legs are straight, obviously. But if you're fixing a race car, it's gonna be a little bit different. But so obviously this wasn't the goal. But since we screwed up, we might as well show you how to repair, future damage or mistakes. So we're gonna weld this bad boy up, and then we'll work on getting it in the car. Well, I'd say that fits pretty darn good. Now, just imagine if we'd measured like 4 times and bent once. So we were test fitting. We'll pull this out, weld up all these plug welds and butt welds and whatnot, and it'll be perfect. And when we weld it in, we'll tie it into this B pillar and stuff, tie it into the car a little bit. But
let's tack it in place. What do you think about that?
Tack this?
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. We're here.
Let's tack it in place just for fun.
It actually fits like perfect. And
So
we've got
the angle's good.
12 degrees on your side, about 11.7 on my side, so it's pretty good. You ready?
Go.
Your sidekick's here.
Pardon me?
Said your sidekick's here. Alright, so piece of angle welded in there, piece of angle welded in there. Yeah, I didn't have one full piece to reach the whole length, so I used a couple short pieces. There, that's where the hoop will be, that's where the down tube will be. On this side I had a piece long enough, so we got a piece welded in there, long enough to do what we gotta do. Main hoop lands there, little down tube lands up there. Easy peasy. Alright, so we got the main hoop tacked in here, just tacked in, and then I took the hammer and smashed this in here so that we could fit this makeshift door bar in here. I had this piece bent up already sitting in the scrap pile, so we're just modifying it to work for what we're trying to do here. So a little notch on this end, had to cut that in so it would sit flat, or at least that's what Donnie's trying to do right now. That's this side. On that side we're just going to put a straight one in. Kind of wanted a little, I don't know, extra over here because I got to get in and out this side. So we're just gonna put a straight one down to that little piece in the front, and then we're actually thinking we're gonna put at least one down tube to the back, if not 2, to a little extra support in case it does roll over. And then we got to put the crossbars in, one for the seat belt, one across the bottom to mount the seat off of, for crush support this way, and now maybe we'll put an angle bar in here to keep it from folding on itself. We'll see. All right, so that down tube is tacked in. This down tube is tacked in. So now we're cutting a bar for the bottom to go across, another crossbar, because then we can put the seat mounts off of that. And then we're not going to put a down tube on this side, not the back of it anyways. We're going to put one on the front of it going forward. And then, so this, then we got to build the seat mount. And I think we're going to put a crossbar in here too. Just more protection for the cockpit. That's all we really care about. All right, so all of that is finish welded. all this welded in, and we are working on the seat mount. I had a leftover Dickinson Cage's seat mount. You can kind of see it here. It comes off that down tube, or that cross tube back there. It goes down along the side here. Another one over there, doing the same thing. And then we put a piece of rectangle stock across the bottom. Drill a couple holes through it. Good to go. And then I got the back mount for a Dickinson Cage kit as well that we will put back there and bolt through the back of the seat here. And then we're gonna put seat belt tabs in. That's it. Here we go. Seats in. Seat belts are in. They're not adjusted, but they're in. Seats bolted in. It's not going anywhere. We're ready to go. Got to fix the alternator and put the new sneaks on. Play with the toe. That kind of stuff. But there we go. That's it. That's in. All right. Disco is home. Back in my shop. We got a seat and a roll bar. Some goodness. I can take my rolly chair out of there. Seat belts are in. We got to finish adjusting all the seat belts, get all that stuff tied in. The alternator's sitting here on the new sneaks. And I guess we'll do that stuff in the next episode. Work on the mechanical stuff, getting tires swapped over. All of that goodness. And I mean, we're kind of getting down to the end here. There's not much left that we have to do. There's a couple mechanical things to take care of. I got to meet up with Brian from Shuey Graphics and get all our sponsor decals so that we can get those put on the car. Make her even prettier than she already is, you know. All that goodness. So, until next time, keep it creative and happy building.